Paul.
Morning, Sagi. Welcome to Denver.
I feel very welcome, thank you.
So I do have a question. I'll ask that right after I give preface. I did a few rounds of Body Beast. I gained some body weight, and I know I appear skinny.
Body weight or body mass?
Body mass, actually. I started at 143 pounds and got up to about 180 at my peak. With some body fat. It was pretty cool. I got bigger. I've shrunk since I haven't been working out as much with the weights. And so what I want to ask you related to that is, to maintain your body mass, don't you get tired of eating chicken hour on hour? Or do you like that? Honestly.
I'm like, want to puke gagging with just saying that.
You're tired of engorging yourself with food, is that what you're saying?
Okay, so.
Microphone. In the microphone.
Oh, trust me, I know.
He's done this before, people.
This is my show, too. Great question, congratulations. You've done, how many rounds you said?
About 4. The last one I missed
So
a few more
what's the
rounds.
reason you've done 4 rounds? Obviously, if someone does, there's so many people that don't even finish because this program is hard. It's not 30 days, it's 90 days that you have to eat. And that's why if you read the book of Beat that I wrote, I said, it's not just about the hour that you train, it's the 23 hours what you do outside the gym, right? So now we have Beach Body Performance Line, and that's what you do outside the gym, like the recovery, right? But when you sleep at night, that's when you need your body to fuel. So we got this supplement. So you're saying, aren't you tired to eat chicken? I don't think about it that way. I think about if this was a church, okay? And have you ever been in a church that you see now paper from Burger King or McDonald's on the floor? Have you ever seen any church like that? I have not. Because a church is a temple, right? It's somewhere that you go and worship, right? So when you look at it, is what is it? Eating chicken, for example, serving. Why do you need to eat chicken? By the way, there's other foods that your body will tell you when you cannot eat something. And when I say, I've been doing this for 27 years. All right, so imagine how many cows I ate.
How many cows is that?
You know, shoot. But the thing is, the question is, why am I doing it? What's the reason? Why do I eat it? And am I doing the program? Is it just because doing it, or I really don't want to waste my time and I want to fuel my body with the right type of food? So eating chicken, for example, that's one thing that we get into nutrition. If you guys want to hear a little bit about nutrition, tell me, because that's my
gift.
It's a gift, but also knowledge. God knows how much, and experiences. I have a resume of experiences, not just with me, with thousands of people. Thousands.
Can I say something?
Please.
He gets mad when I make his chicken bad. No, seriously. So I think making your chicken or food taste good is really important. So when I make his chicken kind of yucky, he's like, babe, it's really hard to eat this.
So how do you make your chicken?
So I tell you, the point is, and I will speak loud, when you eat something, let's take the chicken out. When you eat something and your body is just, you have a hard time eating it and chewing it, your body is saying, I'll reject it. Listen. Your body always tell you clues. Always tell you clues. Once you start writing things down in the body piece, write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down, because what I say, write it down. Because today is Saturday, right? If I ask you, what did you eat last Tuesday at 3 o'clock? How did you feel before you ate your chicken? How did you feel after? What did you eat with it? Okay? And then ask you again, what did you eat yesterday? and you ate the same foods, but your energy was different. The way you felt was different. Your emotions was different. Your focus was different. So what was different? And that's the thing about writing it down and asking your body, okay, what is going on? So it's yes, of course I'm tired of chicken, so I shift to other things, because there's so many choices, and I always say that eating is something that is a must, right? But eating right for your body is an art. Okay, so just because it says eat chicken, and everybody thinks that you need to eat it for breakfast, eggs. You ask any bodybuilder, eggs and oatmeal. I didn't look at the 10 Commandments that says eggs and oatmeal. Only in the United States we eat something white, liquid that is white. So it could be like soy milk, which is terrible if you want to have man boobs. Regular milk. It could be almond milk, coconut milk. But now, you can eat what you eat for dinner, you can eat for breakfast. Listen to your body. So the question is, I rotate with the food all the time, and I see how I feel, and I pay attention to what foods, if some certain foods, for example, some person when they eat red meat will want to fall asleep. Some person will get irritated, and some person will start talking like me, like shut the hell up. But really, you should not get any reaction. You should be stabilized and feel the same, a little bit more focus. Does it help?
What about pasta? Pasta, right? I'm Italian, we eat tons of pasta.
Okay, well, pasta is processed.
No pasta is kryptonite.
Well, pasta is processed, and especially...
Poo-poo. Poo-poo. It's crap.
Well, it's not just that. Most people don't know that even if you don't have any stomach issues, gut issues, celiac, Crohn's disease, IBS, IBD, anything like that, in pasta you will find, for example, gluten or yeast that slowly, in some people will affect faster, some people will affect, if they have stronger immune system, it will affect them a little bit longer. But it does affect you. You just don't know how soon. And you will see the ending results sooner or later. So again, with the pasta, you can eat gluten-free pasta, but the point is that you always, with carbohydrates, you always want to have, anyone who knows what glycemic index is?
Yes.
Okay, so it's really not about glycemic index, it's about glycemic loads, meaning that glycemic index means how your body reacts to certain food individually and raise the blood sugar. When you have glycemic load, meaning that what are the types of food you mix in your meals. So for example, the other day Barbie was eating beef and she was eating avocado. And I said, you do not want to have two types of high saturated fat in one meal because it will turn rancid in your body. Okay, so you don't want to do that.
He said, what time is it? It's 7:30. Tell me when you're finished with your meal and tell me if you feel tired afterwards.
25 minutes, she
I was
snored. No joke, true story. She didn't even know, but I look at the clock. 25 minutes, she was out, gone. Why? Because red meat, hard to digest. Can you run and eat red meat? No, because you're in a fight and flight mode. You need sugar to your brain, so you can't chew on red meat, right, when you run. So that's why last night we ate dinner, and dinner took a longer time because I just finished my first portion because I eat very slow. So eating slow is huge.
I'm like,
and
Me too.
One tip that will change your game is
All right, let's give it up for Paul. Okay, we have another question.
no, this is a big thing, and I want you to understand why I said that, because most people, you go to restaurants and you drink while you eat, or at home you just watch TV, you eat. So when you flush chloric acid, that's what helps you to digest protein. And that's one of the reasons a lot of people, I'm so bloated after I eat, or I'm constipated after I eat. Well, you flush one of the main things that would help you to digest. And that's a huge factor in your nutrition plan.
Do you suggest that people use acid enhancers to actually add to the acid in their gut?
Well, first of all, you want to check for if anyone use like HCl, or use you can use vinegar for in your meal when you eat protein. You want to test yourself first for H. pylori, and write it down, because if you start getting heartburns, whoever said that the doctor, when you go to I got stomach issues or my stomach bloated, they give you antacids. As we get older, we have less acid, not more acid. Acid is our best friend. The stomach's supposed to be 10 million times more acidic than your mouth. Okay, so you get cavities not from eating candy. You get acid because the candy causes the stomach to be alkaline, and then the mouth become acidic, and that acidity causes you to get cavities.
Wow. I would have never known that. Okay.
Hi, I'm Julie. I am from Eastern Wyoming, and my husband and I are down here. Thank you for hosting your neighboring states. We appreciate that.
Yay.
My question is for you, Sagi. I have been doing Body Beast. I have 1 week left to go.
Woo!
And I had started with Beachbody about almost 2 years ago, but I had started with high intensity, high impact, Insanities, 22-minute hardcore, all of those. And I had developed so much back pain that I literally could not get out of bed. And
Right, you know why?
well, I found out why. I have this severe degenerative disc disease in my L5S1. And so every time I jump,
Right
I
leg
was
or
just...
left leg? Both legs?
Both.
Okay.
And so every time I jumped or did anything of high impact, I was literally just making those two vertebrae ride together. So they had suggested I switch to weights. So that's when I began doing Body Beast. But my question...
Why do you think they suggest to move to Body Beast, to weights?
Because to get away from the impact from slamming those vertebrae together before I get my surgery done, to strengthen the core muscles surrounding that area of my spine.
The one thing that, okay, how many of you went to a doctor, and how many of you heard the doctor ask you, what's your nutrition is like?
They don't. They don't.
Very few.
Exactly. They never once asked me about
I'm waiting to hear
nutrition.
how many of you ask how, and then you're like, well, my doctor is fat as fuck. No, so what they do first, they won't ask you, they heard from you that impact, wear and tear, yes, and then they will patch it either with medication, and then right away put you to surgery. They nettle.
Exactly.
They nettle.
Well, fortunately, I didn't stop with that. I switched gears and I focused more on my nutrition. I also began Whole30.
It shouldn't be more than nutrition, because what's the percentage of training, what's the percentage of nutrition? Everything is 100%.
Exactly, but my nutrition was lacking. I had to bring it up to 100. I wasn't there yet. I could
You
exercise
think your
all day,
nutrition
but
isn't 100%?
it is now. It
You
is
think-
now.
Whole30.
Yes, I'm doing Whole30, and I have relieved so much inflammation in my spine. I'm doing so much better. I don't have the joint issues as much that I did.
Okay, you say key word. Anyone that listened, what you said?
Inflammation.
Inflammation.
Okay.
Ding, ding.
This is a clue for you. What I'm saying right now, it's not about the word, just the word what you said, which is the root of all diseases is inflammation. You don't die from a heart attack, you die from inflammation that caused you that. But she's telling me a story now, and as a coach, if you just listen to keywords, and someone here in the room can say, vow that when you listen, there's a lot of clues, and if you listen closely, you will get to know the person really, really well. So when you pass age 27 as a woman, osteopenia means muscle mass, weight loss, muscle loss, and also osteoporosis, right? That's why they told you to switch to weights, also because you don't have that space between your vertebrae, and then it's punching on the nerve. There's anyone have interest in that? Because I can give you like 2 tips how to figure out how to resolve this in a natural way.
Yes, please. I don't want surgery, but that's the way that they are wanting to lead me down, and I want to prevent it as long as
Okay,
possible.
so I will tell you 2 fast things. One, go to A4M. It's the Institute for Functional Medicine. Put your zip code and find a doctor that is specialized in functional medicine. Functional medicine means that you know what someone that is all about holistic, and you know anything that they teach you in med school, for example. But if you look at this place, and just because the exercises are not working, doesn't mean that the whole place needs to be shut down. Maybe the switch is off. So something's causing it. Maybe it's not the switch, maybe the lights are burned. See what I mean?
Right.
So A4M, Institute for Functional Medicine, find a doctor. And when you talk to a doctor, pay attention if they listen, okay? Because you want to find a doctor that cares first, and not someone that's like, okay, let me tell you what I'm gonna do, and right da. The second thing, there's a method that's telling you if your body's shifting more your sympathetic system, which is your fight and flight, moving towards more acidity or more to alkalinity, okay? And it's not that you need to eat foods that is more alkaline or foods that is more acidic, but you need to know what's affecting you. For example, if you drink carbonated, do you get craving for carbonated drinks?
Yes, I used to. I was addicted to Dr. Pepper. I mean, just give me an
Okay,
IV.
so it's not that you were addicted,
Not anymore.
but it's telling me that your body was moving towards acidity, and there's a way to test that to see how to lower pain, for example, and there's treatment. And if your husband, where's your husband?
Right there.
Okay, there's a treatment that called PRPs, okay, and Google that. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
So those 2 things. It's always, before you go see the doctor, have everything prepared and know what to ask. Because a lot of times you go in and it's like, what's wrong with you? This, and that, and then you focus on the symptoms and not really what's causing it. So I'm glad you're doing body beast.
I feel so much better since I started your program. Thank you. So much better.
Woo! Give it up.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, oh, Kalev.
Here, you can hold it.
Hi, Sagi. Okay, so I told you that I've lost about 120 pounds doing body beast.
120
I
pounds?
have done about 8 rounds of beast already, and the last few months I've been at a plateau, and it's very frustrating. I feel like...
The like 8 months.
No, the last few months.
Few months, okay.
I feel like I've been at a plateau. Yeah. I feel really good when I'm at the gym lifting weights, but like my body fat percent just will not go down any farther.
Right.
And I'm curious if after doing so many rounds of Body Beast, we need to switch it up, or is it my nutrition, or I don't know. I feel like I've been doing what I've always been doing that's been working, and now all of a sudden it's just not. And so I don't know how to get over that to get my body burning body fat again, I guess.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
Okay.
How did you get here?
How did I get here?
Yeah.
Did you drive? Walk?
You walked. Okay. Are you
I
walking
drove.
all the time?
She drove. She didn't walk.
No. It's just.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Okay, you drove and then you walk. Do you walk every day?
Yeah.
Do you get to a plateau with walking?
No.
Okay, so your body is telling you it's nothing to do with the program.
Okay.
There's something in your body, okay, that's telling you something is holding me back.
Right.
Why am I plateauing? Because if you keep doing the same thing that you're doing, you're going to keep getting the same thing that you've been doing, right?
Right.
So,
I feel like I've been eating the same things I've been eating though too, and
and then your body starts
Yeah.
getting, okay, just like everything else, build up resistant.
okay.
And you know, it's when you read the same book all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
So, like, different
why would-
types of
Does
protein
anyone
bars?
watch some movies like 3 or 4 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a life.
Brian.
But why you watch it? Why you watch it?
Because you love it.
Because you can relate to it, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same question about the chicken.
Okay.
You need to. There's foods that, again, you need to see what you've been eating. The same foods. By the way, this is something that you probably don't know. An average person eat in their lifetime only 18 types of foods. You might try this, you might try that, but overall, you will stick with 18 types of foods. Okay, so, and you know exactly what are the foods that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then the thing is again, you want to rotate the foods, and even when you start changing them down. So, if you might, no one will tell, how old are you?
33.
33. Have you ever been on birth control?
A long time ago, yeah.
Okay, so you've been on birth control, your body shifted, and when you were 100 and something plus more weight, okay, your body was reacting to whatever you did super fast, okay? And then it got to a point that it's saying, no more. Why? Because toxins store in fat cells, okay? And you released a lot of toxins. Sometimes when we lose weight or we see a lot of changes, we feel great, and then we start feeling worse. Okay, so you need to look at your hormones. Do you sleep well?
No.
Do you wake up? Exactly. Is it hard for you to fall asleep, stay asleep,
Stay
wake
asleep. I wake
stay
up
asleep?
a lot, yeah.
So do you also suffer from bloating, I would say,
Yeah.
and constipation?
When I
and
cut
it's
out,
not
I
constant.
recently cut out dairy.
So
and that
it's not
helped me out.
the word inflammation.
Okay.
Inflammation. Something causing in your body to get inflammatory, the first response for the body is to protect himself. So the body's saying, park. Park, because if I go further, I'm in danger mode. Or there's something around me that needs to change. Okay? And for example is, you might not know it, but if you use candles, light candles, or whatever you wash your clothes, the floor, the toilet, the dishwasher, those are all toxins that you get to your body. And even in your shower, aluminum, mercury, the different toxins will get to your skin. Your skin is your largest organ. So it's not just drinking water. What's the right water to drink? That doesn't have, like, for example, lead. We all know about lead, right? So it's removing what I call blocking factors. So I will post on my Facebook page a whole thing about blocking factors, and you can do a checklist and start changing, just changing that, and you can see how your body start going,
Wow.
When I was struggling with my health, I had just met Sagi, and I had been trying to lose weight. I was working out 2 hours a day, eating everything that I thought I was supposed to: string beans, chicken, diet food, healthy food.
you said chicken?
Chicken. And mustard. That's all you can find in my fridge. Anyway,
What kind of chicken did you eat? Because it's huge. You can eat chicken and you can eat chicken.
Yeah.
I think I was just eating chicken.
Anyone eat deli chicken?
It wasn't.
Anyone here eat deli chicken? Do you have allergies?
high histamine.
Because deli meat high in histamines, and there's some things that you just. Who eats banana? Blueberries.
Headaches.
Headaches, allergies. So there's always, it's not, okay, this is the symptom and this is what I take. It's like, what is it first that I put in my body, around my body? Please go ahead, Mama.
I forgot what I was
Okay,
I
so
felt
you-
horrible, and I was doing great. I looked great. I was doing great, and all of a sudden, I started feeling like crap, and I started gaining weight. And no matter what I did, I was gaining weight. I started exercising. I thought, well, maybe an hour a day is not enough. I'll start 2 hours a day. And then I started dieting even more. And I literally remember walking by restaurants and seeing people eat at restaurants and thinking, how could they eat at restaurants? I mean, I can't even look at food because I'll gain weight. So I went to the doctor. They put me on testosterone. I had high.
It's just, they basically put her on all kind of stuff, and then she got to it.
Right.
It's not the drugs, because sometimes you need it.
Right. And so anyway, so I was like a dude, basically, with testosterone. And then I met Sagi, and Sagi, you really
There's
do.
no two dudes in one place. Especially when you're a beast.
Yeah, so he's had to tell me that 2 times in our lives. There's only one man in this house. Anyway, so we did a bunch of testing, and hair test, poop test, MRT, metabolic typing, saliva test, adrenal spit test. I mean, and we had just gotten together. It felt a little bit like close to That's why I poop in a French fry tray. Anyway.
By the way, I did not try to save her or fix her.
No.
That's not what I do. She asked for help, basically asked for medicine. When I say medicine, not actually
Yeah,
medicine.
I needed help, and I fully trusted you. And so anyway, so all the tests came back that I was highly toxic. I'm not a depressive person. I'm not a naturally anxious person. And because I had parasites, for example, it showed that I had very high, like depression, very high anxiety.
When she said depression, just so you, to be clear, she wasn't depressed that you lie in bed and
I just felt down, babe.
down, but also the test shows that her body is depressed.
My body was depressed, and I would wake up, and by like 9 or 10 in the morning, I was done. Like, I really had no energy to even walk her dogs, right? So then Sagi came in the picture, then we did all these tests.
Came to the picture.
Came into the picture. Sort of. You appeared like a vision. Into the picture, and no,
And Jesus came.
No, you really, I really don't know what I would have done without you. I mean, emotionally, spiritually, all that, yes, it's true, but health-wise, I don't know where I would be without him today. And so I did all this testing, and it showed that I had parasites. I switched to eating the right foods
For
and
her body.
for my body type.
So is that the metabolic testing? That
That's
you always
part
talk
of
about?
it. And then the other thing was, it's called MRT, and we're not going to get
Well,
into
it's not
that.
MRT. It's about food sensitivities,
Right.
reactions that you can go and do different testing. But if you have, let's say, mercury, if you have toxicity, or if you
I
have
was
other
toxic.
issues of thyroid or hormones, those foods will shift. So you first need to get to what is it that causing that.
Right.
And you can eat let's say on Monday you can eat spinach, on Friday you can eat spinach, and you felt horrible with spinach, and then you felt just fine. So what the hell is going on?
Right.
And I can tell you that's why counting calories, the calories in, calories out, is the most stupid, ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. And I got spelled from my professor so many times because I told him, I take my shirt off, you take yours, and see what works. Get out.
But let me finish my point. So my point was that I switched to the right foods, and then I had to take supplements to heal my body, right? And I remember the night that I had been taking supplements that you can only get through a medical provider, and for maybe a month and a half, 2 months, and I remember complaining, and I said, I still can't lose the weight, babe. Like, when am I going to lose the weight? And he's like, woman, are you doubting me? Like, you have to heal your body first before you can lose the weight. And so about a month and a half to 2 months in, I felt so much better. And then I started doing Body Beast, maybe 3-4 times a week, because my body couldn't take doing it every day. And literally, the weight just freaking dropped off. And it was the first time.
Have you done cardio?
Never. I haven't done a day. Maybe I've done like 3 days of cardio in the past 4 years. And look at me now, you guys. I've probably lost 20-something pounds since I've been with you. I
That's
do
right.
not struggling. I try because I get my
No,
ass
I
up
mean,
and
I'm
work
saying
out,
not like,
right?
oh, I gotta measure
No,
my food.
I don't measure my
Count
food.
my
I
calories.
eat the right foods. I am healthy, but I had to heal my body, and I had to understand that I had to heal myself first. That it wasn't a quick solution of I have to exercise more or cut calories or do an extra little container here or there. So my words of wisdom for you is heal your body.
Just so I'm clear for Facebook,
And
I
then we
am
have
never
to-
telling her what to do, what to eat, what I'm not.
Oh, people think that Sagi like control. I mean, do you guys think
Let's
that?
give it up.
We
for
know who runs the show.
No, Barbie, we know you're in
It's,
control.
guys, ladies, it's your world, we just live in it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're just
No,
favorite.
Sagi never tells me how much to exercise, what to eat, what
Unless she
not
does.
to eat. Right. And then the other day I was complaining about being tired, and so he noticed that I had double fats on my plate, and he's like, just do a little experiment, but I wasn't around because I was snoring 20 minutes later. But you have to heal
See,
your body.
she
That's the
remembered
secret.
that. She remembered that because it was, again, I wasn't telling, you need to take this out. So when he tells someone what to do, he said, let them feel the experience. And when you experience it, it's stuck with you,
Totally.
right?
Yep.
But when someone preach you, you're like, who the hell are you?
Right.
Right.
Just because you have credentials doesn't mean anything.
Well, and then the thing is, with my metabolic type, it says that I'm supposed to eat, and this was a lack of understanding in my part. It says I'm supposed to eat fats, proteins, and carbs, but I forgot that there is fat in beef, and so that I didn't have to add. So luckily I had my husband sitting next to me who was the expert, but then there's a whole team of support, you know, to help people with that. So, but that was just my learning lesson, and now I know.
He's intense.
Yes, he is.
Okay, because we got to get going.
We're just trying to make sure that we get
No, we
everybody else
get,
in.
because whatever we talk, is this valuable information?
Oh,
here?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I know what I'm saying. It's even if I'm talking to you,
It's for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying things that everybody will take from it. For example, your mouth. Your mouth, go check with the holistic dentist your mouth, because that's the root of all diseases. Every tooth in your mouth control different glands, different system in your body. And you can go to any specialist and then will not find it, and you might have some kind of infection in your mouth that you don't know. And then once you treat that, suddenly
Your
your
symptoms,
adrenals
yeah.
change, your thyroid change, and you're like, wow.
Wow.
So it's always like, it's a puzzle, and always ask yourself, okay, what is it that I need to ask my doctor and find the right person and see, again, from what the feedback.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
So I have a quick one. I did body beast. I want to try to figure out what's the right weight. So when I'm doing weights,
The right weight to lift?
Yeah, because in watching those, you're lifting pretty heavy weights.
Well, actually, I was lifting baby weights. That's,
Well, for me,
in
that's
beast up, I was lifting some weight, going like,
Yeah.
they only brought up to 70. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? So,
But
Yeah.
you know, as a female, do I want to try to lift that much? What is
you
my
want
goal?
to try. First of all, there's no trying. There's only doing. Okay, and if you are completing, it says 12 reps, 8 reps. If you are completing those repetition, and after the set you
What was that, Sagi?
like this,
Yeah.
no, that means that you didn't push yourself hard.
Right.
There's no such a thing as bulking for women unless you doing this, juicing, taking.
Does it mean I need to feel sick, or does it mean I
No,
just
that
need
means
to feel
that
like
you
I'm
need to
tired?
feel
Exhausted.
that you did the set.
Okay.
So if you did again 12 reps and you could barely finish 6, that means it was too heavy. But if you can do another 10, it's way too light. That's why you need to write the weights down, and again go up by 2.5 pounds, and then week later 5 pounds. But if your form changed, you start feeling that something's hurting, the saying no pain, no gain, sorry, it's dumb. Because that's the fastest way to get injured, and then you will sit on the sideline. Okay, so it's you want to be smart, you want to listen to your body, but you want to push yourself to failure, right? And failure means that you didn't quit. There's no such a thing as failing. There's only quitting. And like I said in Hammer, fell forward.
Love it. All right.
Hey, Sagi and Barbie, thanks for being here. This is a very quick question. I'm doing body beats to train for obstacle course racing. And so doing body beats, there's a lot of lifting, but also to train for some of the distances of obstacle course racing, you do a lot of running. So is it detrimental to testosterone production to run on the same days that you lift?
Ooh, I like
Okay,
that.
so you run 5 miles, 3
4
miles?
to 6 miles.
Okay, so are you a sprinter or long distance runner?
Doesn't he know
He
everything?
does.
Like,
Endurance.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You can be an expert in one thing. You can know about a lot of stuff, but you can be an expert in one thing.
This is your thing.
This is my freaking thing.
I love it.
So who knows the saying, knowledge is power?
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge is power only if you take it to the bank, if you act about it. So are you a sprinter or a long distance runner?
Long distance running.
Yes, and when you long distance running, you never seen someone that look like Carl Lewis,
No.
right? Because you are going to catabolic phase. Catabolic mean muscle breakdown, right? Because once you get to that point, your body start getting glucose from your muscles and not from your liver, which is different when you lift weights. So you're actually doing two reversed effects,
Wow.
and you actually losing muscle as you are trying to get to your mission. So focus on your mission and do programs that focus on your target, right? I'm not saying not to do that, but then again, you can do one day just running and then one day just lifting.
But don't do them on the same day.
But again, when you have more muscle mass, it will be, or when you run like that, it will be super hard for you to gain muscle mass. I'm sure you understand, no matter how much you eat. Well, I mean, like Phillips, I mean, 10,000 calories a day, right? Tall guy, training. So again, it's what is your goal? What you're trying to accomplish? And if it's just for fun, then do it for fun. But the thing is, when you get to that catabolic phase, you open a door for injury. And that's something that, again, you need to pay attention to.
So bottom line, I want to get stronger and also have the endurance. So you're saying if I'm going to do those, run on one day, lift on a different day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome. Cool.
That was
Thank you.
That was an awesome
No,
question.
great question. I have to
Yeah.
tell you, great question. Because in Hammer and Chisel, one of the complaints was like, "Oh, every day there's legs." Well, again, do you walk every day? No. Do you sit on a chair and stand up? Yes.
Every day.
You're on the toilet? Yes. Well, I'm joking, but
But it's true.
there's legs every day because we wanted to get the foundation, which is your legs, because most guys have the bar body, you know, bar body,
Yeah.
and the big arms and no legs. Yeah,
Can I ask a question? So is it true that
it's damn true.
that you burn the most fat, burn the most fat through like lifting? Is that where you're gonna? Do you know what I'm asking?
Do I know?
Biggest muscle.
Hold on,
Of
let me
course
think
you
about it.
But I mean, I always hear like legs is where you're
Okay,
gonna.
so let me explain to you. What car are you driving?
I drive a Subaru.
Okay, how many cylinders does it have?
6, I think.
I believe it's 4.
Okay.
Okay, my car
It's all-wheel drive,
my car
though.
has 10 cylinders, okay? My engine, obviously my car, again, I'm just saying a story right now.
No, this is good. I
My
like it.
engine obviously is way bigger than yours. When I go to the gas station,
Right.
I can attest to
when I
that.
go to the gas station, I have to pay a lot more money to
Right.
put gas in the car.
Because you're putting premium gas in, or?
No, because my car needs a lot more power and burns way faster
Okay.
than the fuel that I put in my body.
Yep.
Okay, so when you have more muscle mass, you're burning more calories. It's not about burning fat, because burning fat is a completely different thing than burning calories. You start with burning calories. Okay, so you constantly. So if you and I, just an example, weigh the same. Okay, weigh the same, but my muscle mass is again 10 cylinder next to 4. When I sleep, I burn 3 times more calories than you. So if you do cardio, you're actually burning only 3 to 6 hours later calories. When you do weights, you burn up to 72 hours
That's amazing.
calories. And I'm saying calories, not fat. So again, why? Because also from lifting weights, what do? You break down tissues. To repair those tissues, you need a lot of fuel, a lot of energy. When you do cardio, you basically just burn energy. So if you check how many calories, I burned 1,100 calories doing this program, and I only burned this much here. Oh, obviously I can lose way more body fat here.
Not true.
It's damn not true. So that helps.
Yes, that was good.
Okay.
Okay,
Last question.
good morning. My question maybe goes a little
Better
bit.
be a good one.
I know, the question
You're
is
like
all
closing it
last,
out,
yeah.
right?
So my question is more about nutrition, and I'm wondering with social events and traveling, what tips can either of you offer to?
First of all, take a shaker with Shakeology with you.
Absolutely, that's a given.
See, right away. So the question is, when you travel and you go to events,
When you're in events or just not, when you're away from home and
Yeah.
have, maybe it's a wedding or something like that where it's a prefix.
okay, let's
kind
start.
of-
Let's do one by one. Okay, one by one.
Okay,
You have event, wedding. What do
Sure.
you do?
Yeah.
You eat before you go.
I would tend to, but if it's an 8-hour event, you have to consume something at some
Yes,
point.
of course.
So,
And I'm sure in any wedding, there's going to be salad, vegetables, and chicken.
yucky chicken.
Probably,
but chicken.
And
probably
also,
not prepared the right way.
you're going to celebrate with your loved ones or friends.
That was, I was
Then,
gonna say that.
then why
Enjoy.
not? Why not to enjoy?
Sure,
Because
my-
not every day you have a wedding. Or
So that was not
I'm
the example
assuming.
of what I meant. I meant, which I did lead you astray, but when you're continuously away, so celebrations, yes, we all have to enjoy, but
Traveling
when
for
you're
work.
traveling for work or you're just away from home on a routine
I can
basis,
relate to that.
not every day, right, I knew you could, we talked about that. So not
So, but the
Did it.
point
Yeah.
is, that again, you find out where's Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or whatever it is,
Sure.
and then you ask for wherever you stay. Can I get refrigerator? And then you store stuff. There's always a way where there's a will. Okay, we find a way.
You buy a little illegal
And then for example,
stove thingy, you know?
there's I don't know if you eat egg whites, for example. Toxins you're eating, the less nutrients your body will absorb. The more nutrients you get, the more your body ratios away from you. So think about what's your skin creams, toothpaste. Think about two things. When you say toothpaste, if you swallow toothpaste, first emergency, crazy, right? Fluoride. that you trust. Because if you Google diet books, you'll find almost 600,000 diet books on Google. How do you know what works? Just like you got whoever was on birth control, I'm sure the doctor said, try this for a couple months, come back.